Let's kick things off by talking about something a lot of people don't realize. Job security is often just an illusion. You might think that staying in a role long-term will guarantee stability, but here's a harsh reality. Most companies today aren't as loyal as we would like to believe. Layoff, downsizing, and restructuring happens all the time. In fact, millions of people are affected by corporate layoffs every year. Now, why does this particularly matter if we're talking about getting rich? Well, because relying on someone else's job for your financial security is risky. Instead, many people are finding wealth by putting their security into their own hands, by betting on their own skills, their own ideas, and their own potential outside of the traditional job market. Here's an interesting stat. Switching jobs every few years can actually lead to a significant increase in your income. On average, job hoppers can see an annual salary increase of 10 to 20%, which is way more than most people will get with a typical annual raise. So you might be thinking, why? Well, employers often pay more to attract new talent, especially if they think they are bringing in valuable skills or experience that other companies might want. When you are applying for a new role, you're in a position to negotiate a higher salary, better benefits, a more favorable work environment. You're seen as fresh talent, and that makes you valuable to the entire company. Now let's talk about what quitting really opens up. Many people assume that leaving a stable job means throwing away yourself into financial uncertainty, but that's not necessarily the case. In reality, leaving a job can open doors to opportunities that might almost seem impossible to access when you're locked into a 9-to-5. Freelancing, starting a business, investing, or monetizing a side hustle are just a few examples. When you're no longer tied to a desk, you can start making money in ways that align with your personal goals, your passion, and your strength. You're not limited to a set salary or a rigid schedule, and your income potential is only capped by how much you're willing to invest in yourself and your ideas. You might have heard about the Great Resignation, a wave of millions of people quitting their jobs since 2021. People weren't just leaving for the sake of just leaving their jobs. They were leaving because they saw the potential for something better. Many of these people shifted into higher paying roles, moved into industries with more flexibility, or finally took the leap to work on themselves. The Great Resignation wasn't just about quitting. It was about millions of people deciding to take control of their careers and ultimately their financial future. But here's the trick. Not all quitting is equal. There's a strategy to quitting, and timing matters the most. Economists have found that people benefit most from job switching during strong economic cycles. Because when the economy is doing well, employers are actively competing for talent. Wages rise, and you can make a switch at a time when you're likely to get a better offer. When the economy is down, however, it's usually tougher to get a high-paying offer. So quitting without a plan might be a little bit risky. But the key takeaway here is understanding economic cycles and your own bargaining power can make all the difference. So you might be thinking, who actually benefits the most from quitting? I mean, typically people with high demand skills or strong experience in a specific field see the biggest payoff. By quitting, they are positioning themselves to negotiate from a place of strength. And when they switch to a role that's better fit, they often are able to perform a lot better, feel more fulfilled, and yes, make a lot more money. So think about it. The more you enjoy your work, the more energy you can put into it. And when you are thriving in your role, the value you bring often translates into higher earnings, either through performance bonuses, promotions, or if you're an entrepreneur, through increased business growth. Now, if you're thinking about quitting, you don't want to just do that and dive in headfirst. There's a way to, yes, quit your job. Here are a few steps to make sure that you quit strategically and in a place of strength. Number one, build a financial cushion. Save enough to cover at least 6 months of living expenses. This gives you the flexibility to explore without feeling financial stress. Number two, upskill while you are employed. If there's a skill that is in demand, start learning it now. Investing in yourself before you leave gives you an edge in negotiations or in launching a new venture. Plus, your current employer might pay for it. Number three, build multiple income streams. Start a side hustle, explore freelance work, or dip your toes into investments. Having income streams outside of your main job can cushion you financially and help you feel more confident about leaving. Number four, network, network, network. Building connections is invaluable. Whether you're looking for a new job or starting your own business, a strong network opens up doors. And here's the bigger picture. Wealth isn't just about the money you earn. It's about the freedom you gain. Quitting a job you're not passionate about or that doesn't value you can be the catalyst for building a life that you actually want. Imagine a life where you're not tied to a single paycheck, where your income isn't limited to a yearly raise, and where you're free to pursue projects that truly excite you. That's the kind of wealth we're talking about today. When you quit strategically, you gain something beyond financial growth. You gain confidence. The act of taking control, setting boundaries, and betting on yourself builds a mindset that can shift you. You're no longer just an employee. You are the architect of your own life. And with that mindset, you start seeing money differently. You're not waiting for someone to hand you a raise. You're actively finding ways to increase your value, invest in yourself, and create multiple avenues for income. And when you view yourself as a wealth creator, everything in your life changes. Now, if you're watching this and you feel inspired but a bit scared, that's completely normal. Leaving a job isn't an easy choice, but if you're feeling stuck, underappreciated, or like there's more you could be doing, consider taking that first step. Start planning today. It doesn't have to be an overnight change, but with every small step, you get closer to financial independence and true wealth. So let me know what you think. Have you ever thought about quitting or doing something better? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit subscribe and keep pushing towards the life that you truly want. Till next time, peace.